A Sonic 1, a Big Tank 0. I'm sorry. Did we get that on camera? How are you not?
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to this month's episode of the Friday Night Feature. We'll review all the movies that I was once never allowed to, but now I can because it's my platform, beach. Joining me is the usual crew and sub extraordinaire. First, we have the man for whom Rooftop Korean is his favorite gender. We have Chris Infinitail.
여보세요.
Okay, I gotta ask. What the frick are you saying?
여보세요? That's it's a greeting when you answer like a phone. You say 여보세요.
But
Or
what
you
does
could
it
say-
mean?
Or 안녕하세요. It's the transliteration of that. Actually, I think it's basically like is it like say good or something? Like it doesn't translate very well. Like
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Next up is our sub extraordinaire. We have Shiron.
모시모시.
Mushi mushi.
genki desu ka?
I think this stream is turning Japanese.
So desu ne.
Oh God, Arigato, Mr.
Far
Roboto.
Eastern.
Okay da ne.
One night in Bangkok, I swear.
Wait, what?
I hate you guys so much. How's everyone doing tonight?
So far so good, man. Glad it's the weekend.
Yeah, TGIF, for sure.
Man.
I am sick as a dog right now.
Oof.
I did a convention last weekend. I did really well, but I got some con crud. It took a few days for it to incubate, but
Oh,
Thursday afternoon it started to hit me like a freaking
con
freight
crud.
train. So
ouch.
I got my fluids. I am hopped up on sugar and caffeine right now, so I should be functional for the next few hours. Afterwards, probably not so much, but show must go on, my friends.
Yeah. Damn, man. That sucks.
Yeah, I got like that generalized kind of like achy. You're both hot and cold at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. the
You're
real
lethargic,
bad
but
guy.
you're still somewhat functional. Like you can walk around, you can do stuff. You know, like the kind of sickness where your boss still expects you to come into work, but you're miserable.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
Or the boss is like, "All right, just put a mask on." Yeah, yes, Patty. I caught the con crud. Trademark Patty Parlor Games. Oh God, I caught it bad. I mean, that's what happens when you sell over 120 comics at a con.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, it was very, very surprising to me that I did that well. But the last of the Screecher 3 stuff has been sent to RJ, so he should have it either today or tomorrow. So I'm thinking if you're still waiting for your Screecher 3 packages, it should be sent out either next week or the week after that. But please, for the love of God, do not quote me on that. Yeah, let's get into some headlines, shall we?
Sure.
All right.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
All right, welcome to Headline this year. We talk about all the things that are important, just maybe not important enough for a full episode. So, we got two things, and I'm gonna let Chris and Sharon pick which one. But first, we have Patty says, "Congrats on the stellar weekend. Your success gives us all us indies hope. Think I may look up to you and start doing some." Yeah, you definitely should. I love doing cons. They're amazing.
Getting out there is your biggest for getting any of your works out there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I sell my comics, but I'm also networking.
Mm.
You know, like I basically I may or may not be getting a Marvel artist to do a cover for Screecher.
Wow.
Nothing's been finalized yet, but I have been in conversations with Angel Mendia, who is an artist who's worked on like Spider-Man and some stuff. Nothing's concrete, but he said he wants to work with me. We haven't really hashed out the final details, but there's an intention there. Some, Thank you, Patty, for showing up. We appreciate you. But anyway, the two topics we have: Schrodinger's Kathleen Kennedy. She's both in and out, not in the fun way. Come on, we all were thinking it.
Mike Zero will not be right.
And then we have Rest in Peace Skype. I thought it died a long time ago.
Oh man, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Which one do you guys want to talk about?
First, do you have any preference?
Yeah. That's a pretty quick one. So earlier this week, it was reported that Kathleen Kennedy was going to resign. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's a day that ends in Y." And then, like, every news outlet started to report on it. Like, maybe there might be some validity. And then Kathleen's like, "Nope, I'm still here, beaches."
That's right.
Yeah, and I was like, "Son of a biscuit!" I fell for the oldest trick. Kathleen Kennedy's retiring. I fell for the
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy is going to be fired, says Doomcock. Yeah,
exactly. I was trying not to say it, but it's fine. No, it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I used to watch his content, but like every week he was like, Kathleen Kennedy's being fired. I swear.
Yeah, my inside sources. I mean, my Reddit. I mean,
the hair on my back says he's getting fired this week.
He's hopping on the Tokyo.
I mean, at some point, I admire the grift. When you know that when she eventually gets fired, Doomcock will be right. Like he'll eventually be correct. That's
broken clock.
The broken clock will eventually be right.
Yeah, the calendar from 8 years ago is finally right again.
But no, it's all right. So all right, cool. I got you, Throne.
Like here's the thing. Like, there's been a lot of this lately, and I've noticed a pattern with our media. And I don't mean just like the corporate mainstream media that lies all the time. I mean, I'm talking about like the underground, edgy, like social media, like I don't believe any of it anymore. Like, I don't care. So-and-so is out. A list is going to be released. I don't care.
Oh my God. I was thinking that. That's exactly what I was thinking. We're not going to talk about that. We're not.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what I'm talking about, though.
You know what? Screw it.
Yeah,
so
they
released the Epstein list, and it was a whole bunch of bogus.
Who is surprised? Who is honestly surprised?
Nope, no surprises here.
This is like the 100th time they've done it within the last few years. Like,
it's
Kraken, here
like
comes.
Everybody has bait and switches. It's not even the big dogs anymore. It's even just the little guys who are just like, "Oh, haha, we got this big old scoop," and that's just.
Yeah, like and also like again. I don't know if you saw, a lot of it was redacted anyway.
Yeah, it was all old news. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, well, here's the problem: is the corruption is so high up. The problem is so big that it's basically the headline would read: FBI investigates itself and found no wrongdoing.
And see, the thing is, we all know who's on that list anyway. We all know it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Bobby Kotick was in his black book. Like, for example, his black book got leaked. Like his little black book. Bobby Kotick was in his black book, which is not a surprise. The passing of Ernie Gygax. There's been a lot of deaths recently. Like, okay, we got to cover this. That like
Michelle
Gene Hackman.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Yeah, that one hit hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Trachtenberg hit me pretty hard. She's only 39.
A year older than me. That's
young, dude. Yeah. God, she was so beautiful too back in the like.
She still is. She still was.
Yeah. She like it. Yeah, I mean, the families like, we don't want to talk, cause of death or whatever. But guys, come on, people are dropping like flies. We're not allowed to say, what's actually happening, because we're conspiracy theorists. Like, You know, we were told in 5 years from when a certain thing happened, you know, book, book, this is what would happen, and it's happening.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, like Gene Hackman was 95, so
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
his
going to
wife
give any
was mummified.
That
You
is
heard about
weird.
that? Yeah, it was his wife, his dog, and him found dead in their house, and they had died at different times, and she was partially mummified. Like, what? That's not natural causes.
I mean, you can speculate, but I
Yeah.
kind of don't want to.
No, the deeper you go down that rabbit hole, the less sleep you'll get.
Yeah, I don't want to go that far. Like, I try to
Yeah.
keep things high level or whatever, especially when you go down the politics route.
Yeah, and then poor Ernie here, you know.
I mean, I'm more interested on talking, you know, the media route, because it's just been where it's like, if it's not been published in a book and peer reviewed or belonging in an archive, I almost just don't want to even see it. There's too much else that.
Yeah, and I'm tired of all of like the bullshit articles of like, oh, so and so is in talks to play so and so character, like, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
they just make shit up nowadays, and they say, oh, rumor says, sources say. Sorry, throat's got a shelf life.
We're getting to the point where everything is yellow journalism, where you actually have mildly reputable.
Well, honestly, I don't even care about the news. I care more about. I would rather have the news tell me what has happened than what is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like with the certain list that we were just talking about. I would rather hear about so and so was arrested and all these people were put before a war tribunal than, oh, it's coming. Let's put a bunch of douchebags in front of the freaking press and, ooh, look, influencers. Here's your binder. Like, I don't care. That's a clown show.
Yeah, like, and yeah, let's oh God, I don't. You guys are pushing me down this route, and I don't like it.
Well, it's the same thing with Kathleen Kennedy. It's the same thing with Kathleen Kennedy.
Thank you.
I want to hear.
Chris.
I want to hear about her having left, not she's going to leave. No, she needs to have
and
left.
even if she does leave, even if it's reported that she does leave, I'm still not going to believe it. Like, there could be a 2-hour-long live stream about her retiring on the official Disney YouTube, and I'm still going to say it's sus.
Yeah, because we're that traumatized with all the BS, you know, we're chasing our tails. It's all demoralization propaganda.
Yeah, like I'll say, like, what's to say she'll change your mind? What's to see pull the James gun?
No! Lock the doors.
Yeah, it's not even demoralization at this point. It's causing all the viewers, listeners, readers, whatever you want to, basically just getting them to lose touch with their sense of reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's exhausting too. Emotionally, it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's really
Formation
hard.
of a lot of smaller towns.
I mean, honestly, I think what a lot of people are going to do, and we're probably already starting to see this, is most people are going to like, I'm not going to pay attention to the news. I'm just going to focus on the things around me and the communities I care about, because there's just way too much to pay attention to.
Well, that's a healthier way of approaching it too, because it's within your purview of being able to affect it. Whereas all this,
so I don't care if it's ruining Master of the Universe. I never cared about the series. If people are mad, fine. They can get mad. I'm not going to say they're justified. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I don't care, because I'm not a Master of the Universe fan. I have no connection to the series.
What you mean? You're not upset that they've ruined Gem and the Holograms?
A series that I never saw.
Exactly.
I never even knew existed until that stupid movie came out for like 5 minutes in 2017.
Well, Dungeons and Dragons apparently has it now. Their latest rules book was for the Bard School of Glamour, and they literally had an elf with like Gem and the Holograms.
Yeah, I heard about that.
This is so stupid.
I mean, have you seen the D&D prom stuff they've done?
Yeah, class trait, brushable hair. Like,
what?
No, I'm joking. But like, just
don't give them any ideas.
The My Little Pony mount, like.
No.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's done. It's already cooked. This edition's cooked.
Yeah. And
I mean,
we
the only
lost
thing that
Ernie.
can save D&D, the only thing that can save D&D is a complete crash. Somebody buys it, and oh gosh, I'm gonna lose viewers and subscribers for what I'm about to say. Make D&D great again.
Well,
excuse me, Nick Phoenix has now died of cringe.
Rise from your grave. But
I am an altered beast, yes.
Well, maybe from the ashes.
You are cringe, yet you are free.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe this is the perfect opportunity for the mammals to kind of step into the limelight while the dinosaurs go extinct. Like,
I mean, this is what I've been saying. This is a prime time for indies. And then Chris, can you please take that while I go get some water? I need to keep the throat lubricated.
Okay. Oh boy, lubrication. No, yeah.
Screw off.
We're going to a Diddy party. No, anyway,
don't make me go deep throat on your butt.
No, yeah, like the fall of WotC, the over commercialized or over commercialization of a niche nerd hobby is its inevitability is going to play out as death. Like, you can't make something that appeals to a small group of people appeal to everybody. Yeah, or
I don't think it's going to be as much. I don't think it's going to be death just as much. It'll go back to being more of an underground or niche kind of thing.
Exactly.
Well, the company itself, like when it comes to corporatism, though, like, it's always growth. Like, you always need to have positive growth. So when it recedes, because it's going to recede, because you've alienated your foundational markets, and the only people you have left are the casuals that are itinerant. They're going to come and go as they please, and they're not going to sustain your business. WotC is going to collapse. It's going to either go out of business or it's going to shrink considerably. And I noticed this when Mike Merles, guy that lived across the street from me as a kid, it blew my freaking mind. The freaking one of the big designers in Dungeons and Dragons lived across the street from me. But they let him go. That's how you know WotC is in trouble. When you take somebody that knows their stuff and you're like, "Yep, we don't need you." Like, "Yep, you're done." It's like the video game industry.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's why you're seeing a bunch like me cropping up who are like, archive all this stuff, preserve the actual goods. Everything else is crashing and burning around us.
I mean, like, I don't know much about the indie TTRPG side. Like, I have friends, Chris, Harmy Ginger. Like, I have friends like Patty. Like, I have friends that are in that scene who could probably educate me about it. But I can only speak from like the comics and to some extent video games. But indies are rising up to take the place. And I mean, I'm part of the chart, so is Chris. We're more than happy to replace you.
Yeah, to mention something that Shiro was talking about the archiving and stuff. I gotta say this because this made me really happy. ElfQuest, Wendy and Richard Pini, they've donated. They made a post about this a couple of days ago, where they donated like a lot of money, like 5 figures, almost 6 figures, to a comic book archival museum in I think the state of Ohio. It's at a university. Yeah, I think it's the University of Cincinnati. I could be wrong, but we're making efforts now to preserve like Golden Age, Bronze Age, all the way up to modern age media. Like, we have a Library of Congress, but that only goes so far. This is a Library of Congress for comic books.
Yeah,
and I'm working on a digital
we see that in a
archive
lot
of
of
the same.
Nice.
And we see this in a lot of different mediums, like with video games. Like, I may not be the biggest fan of the person who runs it, but the Video Game History Foundation has done a lot of great work archiving a lot of the ancillary media, like manuals, video game, magazines, and whatnot. Like, I may not be a fan of some of the personnel, but I respect the mission.
Exactly.
Yeah, the manuals, dude. Those like I never realized how amazing some of these old school manuals were. Like, do you remember the original manual for The Legend of Zelda, the gold cart that came out?
Oh yeah,
It was
I've
full
seen
color.
those.
Yeah, full color illustration. It had like almost like a mini comic of like Link in there with like his brown hair or his red hair.
I mean, the other thing is strategy guides. Like, we need to preserve strategy guides. Like, all right, 1 second.
we're gonna see like all of your Prima or Moby games or.
Let's see here. There's this one.
Yeah, the Game Facts walkthroughs,
Yeah.
like the actual.
Oh God, Game Facts. That site goes down. That's going to be a tragedy.
Yeah.
If
all right, this will be good.
that site goes down, you're gonna hear a million Obi-Wans go, I feel so bad. It's as if a million gamers cried
do I
in
beat this
frustration
thing?
and were silent.
All right, I'm going to full screen myself.
All right.
So I just grabbed a couple of these.
Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I've had more, but like,
Dude, that's a thick
Morrowind,
boy, dude.
excellent.
Wow.
My boy Golden Sun.
I have more.
Yeah.
I have more. I just grabbed a couple. I used to have even more. Like I love strategy guides because, like look at this. Like all the maps.
All the art.
And especially for like the RPGs, you get the tables.
Yeah, really easy to read
Yes.
tables.
Yeah, like look at this. Look at like the graphic design is like top notch.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then here's
Now there are certainly a couple of bad strategy guides out there, but those should be as comedy pieces.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we need to preserve the Final Fantasy IX strategy guide. If you know, you know.
Yes.
And then lastly, this one. Like, look at this. Look how good this looks.
Wow. All those isometric views. Yeah, wow.
Oh god, yeah. All right.
God, now I want to play that game.
I even have like a Kingdom Hearts strategy guide, the Pokemon Platinum strategy guide, which
Those Pokemon strategy guides are really nice. I especially like getting like the Pokédexes, which was like a really thick book of like every Pokemon in a generation. Be like, all right, they learn Gust at level 12. They evolve all the stats in like a nice thick chunker.
Yeah. Man.
You know what they should do?
Nerds.
Make reprints of all those strategy guides, but in hard books.
Oh yeah.
People would go out and buy those.
Well,
they would
certain
throw
games.
money
They would
at
buy
that.
it for certain games. Like if you did a reprint of the Final Fantasy VII strategy guide, yes, people would buy that or Pokemon or something.
Well,
I mean,
here's
that's where
a
you
black
start
pill
out.
thought
You
for you.
start out with the big game strategy guides, and then you work towards the lesser known stuff.
Well, yeah, but like
Little by little.
Here's a black pill thought to chew on. Like we're talking about saving all of this stuff, okay? Archiving this, whatever. An archive is only as good as the next generation. There are kids growing up today that have never cracked open a spine of a book, that'll never read a book in their life.
Mm-hmm.
We need to figure out a way so that your great-grandkids, your great-great-grandkids will still have access to what you are attempting to save now. Because it's like the world ends
and
with you.
PDFs can only do so much.
Yep. What if one day the PDF format is no longer supported?
Yeah. Like sure, there might be a conversion thing. But what if like let's say 50 years down the line, PDF hasn't been supported for 10 years. Yes, there's a way to convert the files from like PDF to whatever. Mm-hmm. But like those conversions, sometimes they're not the best. You might get artifacts induced.
Yep. Yeah, the hollow presentation didn't parse them.
Like we like to think that file formats be around forever, but like try reading a file, like an image file from like a 90s digital camera. Good luck.
Yeah. Corel Word Perfect. What the hell is that?
like let's say you have a memory card with like the last picture of your grandpa, and it's on like a on a disc, but it's like a file format you can't read because the last program to read it came out in 1995.
Dude, here's an anecdote for you that's perfectly apropos to this. When I was doing my comic book for Infinitale Chronicles, dude, all of my game notes, like we're talking from 1991 onwards, were saved in Microsoft Works format. Okay.
Oh God, actually, I ran into that.
Yeah,
like
all my
original scripts, like Project Axis, Turn Samurai, were actually done in Microsoft Works.
Yeah,
And,
WKS. Yeah, what is it? Office 365 is like, what the hell is that? So I have to open it in Notepad or WordPad.
I got really lucky.
Computer.
In 2007, I found somebody that had a computer that could like translate, like read the files and then resave. That's the only reason I have these scripts. The only reason you guys have 2100 Samurai is because somebody in 2007 let me use their computer.
And to answer Parrot Head's thing about printing them out, dude, this is how I know I'm old, and it made me feel even older. Like I did like the Native American crying at the litter on the road kind of thing. When I opened up, I had these plastic bins full of all of my printed out scripts, notes, everything from my game from the 90s. And I opened it and it had this musky like mold, like whoa. And it's like, I didn't let the elements get to it. Why is it like this? All the pages are starting to yellow and brown like old books. And I'm like, these were treated perfectly. Why? I treated them like gold. Why?
Because the paper that you printed out is not archival grade.
Yep. Yeah. It was just printer paper. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like people who have like legions of CDs they print out into the 2000s.
Oh,
and like all the pictures.
Oh yeah,
like their wedding pictures when they got married in 2000, they printed onto a Kodak disc, and then like in 2025, they try and put it in there, and it can't read it because the disc is rotted. And like this thing literally hasn't been in a PC in 20 years. Disc rot, baby.
Yep. Got it. And that's what we have to
worry
about when we archive. Oh, sorry.
Just quickly say was that part of said, kids not being able to crack open books is that there is part of that problem is for education and lack of understanding on behavior cognitive heuristics, where that as an anecdote and said to a kid, why don't you open and read a book? He's like, why? I already have it on my computer. Why bother?
Dude, my nephew, he's a Zoomer. He's 19. Throughout his school year, he's never had, I think maybe in like first grade or whatever, he might have had a book. But his high school year, they just gave him like tablets. Like everything is on a tablet.
Yeah, because it's so easy to distribute books on a tablet nowadays.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with universities. Well, it's good for universities.
Oh God, the stories that we can.
Yeah, how much money did you blow on stupid textbooks for professors?
More importantly, and how much did you get back for them?
Yeah, it costs $500 for the book, and they'll give you a nickel back for it. It's like a GameStop, like.
or it's like, and then you try and sell it elsewhere, and you find out it's a special edition.
Yep.
Like it literally has an ISBN number only for that college, so it's literally worthless.
Yep. Yeah, that's where like digital does come in handy, but we have to understand that like media is in a constant evolution. It's never going to stand still. So we need to figure out a way when we archive stuff to make it as future proof as possible and as transient as possible. So for example, if I got a bunch of data that I'm saving for like my video games or whatever, you're damn right I'm saving it on multiple hard drives. I'm saving it on the cloud. I'm saving it on whatever I can, because there's a house fire, there's disk rot, there's whatever. I need to be able to maintain that archive.
Mm-hmm. Off-site backups are important. I think they said it's common practice to have 3 points of backup.
Yep.
Yeah, like you have your on-computer backup, you have your off-computer backup, you keep at home, and then your off-site backup.
Yep. That works great for cybersecurity too, in case you get like ransomware.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in my case, it's you've got an NAS RAID, so there's your second backup, and then you've got like a drive backup that you just put in a case, put it away. Possibility for it, you've got the fourth backup, which is the physical backup.
Yeah, and then you get like this big ass. You get this like 2 terabyte SSD. You put everything on there. You take it to your mom's house and say, "Hey, put this in the drawer and forget about it."
Man, did you know that SSDs have a limited
all the
number of
line of
read-write?
petabytes.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you know, my day job, I work in cybersecurity and data recovery and backup and stuff. And yeah, we're getting into brontobytes now.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this upper
one?
Yeah, it comes after. I was like, what is this uppercase B lowercase b thing? Or no, uppercase B uppercase b. I'm like, BBs? They're like, that's brontobytes. Like, what the hell's a brontobyte? And then
Is that
it was
after
like,
PETA?
I think so. Yeah, there might be another one after, but yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and I'm just like, because like we're literally backing up and storing data from like GoDaddy or Yahoo or those web hosting companies or these big huge companies, and it's like, holy crap, there you can't like. And then there's compliance like HIPAA, which says you need to save data for a minimum of 7 years. So imagine backing up a terabyte every 30 days for 7 years.
Oh.
Yeah. Then multiply that times like 100 companies.
I heard archives were really a nightmare, and like the HIPAA compliance was a nightmare in the paper days.
Oh God, yeah.
Like I've heard stories like people saying it is so much better in the digital days instead of like, because remember, like you had to like hunt down a file in like a sack, like an Indiana Jones style warehouse. You had to find one sheet of paper in like this Indiana Jones style warehouse.
Hey, I got a trigger word that will scare the shit out of you. Ready? This will send shivers down your spine. The Dewey Decimal System.
Oh!
No.
Funny thing is, my mother had that entire system memorized back to front.
Oh, damn.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the librarians are being
and you want to know what's even sadder?
What's that?
She had it memorized, and they refused to let her become a librarian or an archivist.
I actually once asked, like, what it takes to be a librarian. You need a master's degree in library science. Like, all you do is like look up pizza places for people. Like, it is not that hard to be a librarian. It's mostly like Google skills, people skills, and you got to be decent with numbers. It's a associate's degree. At best.
Wow, I had no idea there was that much that went into a librarian. Like, wow,
it's a lot of indoctrination.
Yes. Yeah. Man.
But anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
We got way off topic there. But
that's we're talking about Ernie Gygax passing and.
Yeah. So speaking of passing, apparently they're finally doing the kill shot on Skype. I thought it died like 10 years ago.
That's
seriously.
Well, Microsoft bought it, and like what Microsoft does with everything they buy, they bury it.
I mean, Microsoft bought it like in the late 2000s.
Yeah, and they incorporated it into Xbox One and all that stuff. But dude, that's what Microsoft does. They buy these companies, then they bury the technology, and then kill the studio or the company.
Yeah,
look at what they do to video games.
Apparently, they're moving to Teams. Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I always found kind of sus. When COVID happened, suddenly this program just came out of nowhere, Zoom, and Zoom was like the go-to program. Like, if you not realize Skype exists, Discord exists, but no, Zoom is the program that we're all using.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, and it's so pervasive across companies. Like everybody uses it.
And
Yeah,
it's really
which is
not
funny
like
because
it's really not that much. Like, honestly, everything I want to do for a work environment, I can do in Discord.
Yeah, yeah. Or Slack
But-
or any other, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think that's kind of the problem with Skype. Skype was innovative.
Mhm.
I mean, Skype was not the first VoIP service. It was the first popular one. But like by the time
Roger Virgo.
Discord pretty much did everything Skype could do, but better.
Yeah.
You know, there's really no because Skype you had group chats and you had calls, whereas Discord you had actual servers. You know, like it became like a mini Reddit kind of thing.
Does Discord allow you to do video conferencing like this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There you go, man.
I could do the show on Discord if I wanted to, but that's like three more different layers of work I gotta do. It's much simpler just to have everyone pile in here.
Yeah, yeah. This is
like basically I'd have to get everyone into Discord, start the video call, boot up OBS, like screen capture that, and then use OBS to broadcast that either directly to YouTube or to restream if I want to put it out that way. Like that's how you'd have to do it.
Oof. Yeah. There's something to be said about UX, man. You make anything easier and suddenly, people are going to use it more.
Yeah, and I don't really know if
either easier
Zoom
or open source.
Like, and as far as Zoom is concerned, I really don't feel like it's that much easier or harder than any of the other major programs.
Well, I mean, I was trying to argue in the sense of like, when you think of like broadcasting, like how many hoops you have to jump through. Where you've got Restream here, you literally just send out a link to us, we click it, and we're in. Versus trying to wrangle us all into a place.
Yeah, I think the thing with the thing that Zoom has is it's really good for conferencing because it's just like a key, like a series of numbers, like a room key you enter, and then you enter the room, and so that makes it a lot easier to do video conferencing or meetings or something. Like I think that might be the secret sauce. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of like why nobody wants to stream on Rumble, even though it's a freer platform. You know what I mean? It's such a pain in the ass to use. Yet
I've tried Rumble. I've tried to make Rumble work. It just
the UX is so bad, and it sucks too because I want it to succeed. I want a competitor against the censorious YouTube.
Yeah, like the only two that like really compete are TikTok and Twitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You got.
I mean, we could always go to
other video
Dailymotion.
hosting sites like Dailymotion and stuff like that, but they're not really.
Vimeo.
Yeah,
Vimeo.
Vimeo is at most used by college students where they upload their projects.
Yeah, pretty much.
I literally did that in college. I took some like film courses and I uploaded. I think I once had Vimeo / Final Fantasy. I think I actually grabbed that at one point.
Oh, nice. Wait, why are all these videos got the same soundtrack from Linkin Park?
So Patty says he heard Rumble. So Patty heard a rumbling about Rumble.
No, dude, Patty's a trooper, man. That dude's figured out how to get Rumble to work for him. More power to you, buddy. But like the average person, it is a frustrating experience.
Very.
Oh yeah. Patty invited me on next week. Hell yeah.
I mean, I'd be down to try and make it work because right now I stream to X, YouTube, and Twitch. YouTube's my main platform, obviously. Which, by the way, we have super chat. So if you want to do some of that, that'd be cool. But yeah, so let's get on to the main topic. 40 minutes in.
All right.
So Sonic the Hedgehog. Before this movie came out,
Sunhog.
Obviously we had that bit of a controversy. Sonic is probably the first time where the game, it was probably the first time the gamers won, if you will.
Well, I think the production company handled it like brilliantly. Kudos to that team. They adapted on the fly and they adjusted, and that's more than they didn't vilify the customer.
I have a feeling there was some controversy behind the scenes. And when the trailer came out, somebody like pulled all the stuff. Say, "Look, I told you! I told you!"
Yeah,
I think that
works so well,
thing.
dude. They got so much customer goodwill. Like, I wasn't even a big Sonic fan, dude. Back in the day, I saw this movie because of the efforts and the initiatives they took. Like, that's a lot of money and resources that they pooled into.
I think it was like $5 million to do the changeover.
Yeah. Well, that and in all of the additional overtime that all of these artists had to do to meet deadlines, like that, mad respect for that entire team, dude. Like, bottom to top, they all deserve kudos.
Yeah. And then like the whole thing was like goodwill.
Pizza.
And sourdough pizza crust. That actually sounds kind of good.
You're making me hungry.
Don't you tempt me?
I do love me some sourdough and I do love me some pizza. So combining two of the things I really like, that is, don't tempt me, Frodo.
Man.
But yeah, looking back on this movie, when you compare it to the other two, this one's just okay. I feel like it is the movie's got better.
Oh yeah,
each iteration. I feel like the second one is still pretty good, and the third is the best.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, that dance number. How many times have we memed that?
Oh god, no. Flashbacks.
Yeah, you were adding like 100 of those. I'm like, hey, wait a minute,
that's another one. Master TDS started the fire. He started the fire.
Was there like an app that did that or something? Because I noticed like a lot of people were just blasting those things out. They were all hilarious, by the way.
No, all I did was I took it into a video software and just slapped some music on it.
Oh,
it was insanely easy.
Dude, every one of those was freaking hilarious too, because they all fit. It proved the point that any song fits. Like they all worked perfectly.
It's a modern day Giles theme. Goes with everything. Oh god, who remembers that meme?
Yeah. Oh,
the best part is it actually does go with everything.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I just
a dance.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just settle this over some Harlem Shake.
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh god, the memes. Oh. But the as far as the Sonic movies go, I mean, I'm aged out of the demographic. I'm old, but like,
you're old, Gandalf.
I still enjoy them though. Like, they're still funny. Like, they're still like Jim Carrey, man. He's freaking perfect as Doctor. Like, I was so skeptical when they pulled that. I'm like, he's not even fat. Like, what the hell? Like, but he did it. He did it twice actually in the third movie. He did 2 roles.
Well, the thing is, they basically made him. He's basically doing his best '90s Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like, he brought back the Ace Ventura Pet Detective energy.
Yeah.
And you know what? It works. It definitely works.
He makes a great funny villain. Like,
and the best part is you can tell he's having a ball.
Oh yeah, he's chewing up every scene and loving it.
Yeah. I love how for the second one he said, well, maybe if the script came written in gold ink. And they actually sent him a script. They paid like $100,000 to have a script printed in gold ink and send it to him.
Wow. Man. And the sad thing is there aren't a lot of movies out there like Sonic today that are just fun. There's no
true
message,
family films. Like I'll call it, like, a true family film is one that can literally be enjoyed by the whole family. Like Shrek. Which, by the way, we probably need to talk about that. Like, Shrek Shrek is probably the last family film because Shrek makes jokes that, like, it goes over the kids' heads. But when you get older, you're like, how did I not see this?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, when you're in the theater and there are parts where the kids are laughing and the adults aren't laughing, And then all of a sudden, there's a part where the adults are laughing and the kids aren't laughing, and you're like, "Oh, we've got too many demographics."
Yeah, and then the kids look up at the parents like, "Why are you laughing?" The
Yeah.
parents
Oh,
say,
never mind.
"You'll understand when you're older, son."
Although stupid me, like I saw Shrek when I was an adult, and the funniest part of that movie, like I had to watch it 3 times because I was laughing too hard, was the part where the bird explodes for no reason.
My
Fiona's
favorite
like-
one. My favorite one was in Shrek 2 when they did the Knights parody of cops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like they literally
Or how
show
about
the
the
Knights
O.J.
planting the
Simpson
evidence
reference?
on the cat.
Yep. Yeah, where'd you get that? That's not mine.
Like if you look closely, you can see the knight literally putting it out of his
Yep.
pocket. or like they're pepper spraying
white
him and they're
Bronco
using
chase.
like the
Yeah. Yeah. It was Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Oh. Man.
Yeah, Looney Tunes is kind of the purveyor
Yeah.
of that. My favorite is Rocco's Modern Life. How the hell did that show get aired on television?
I find it hilarious
I don't know.
that the guy that
I'm glad
did
it
the the guy that did the voice of Rocco was the Latino in Reno 911.
Oh,
And I was
God.
like, really? Because he's like, "Hi, Mrs. Big Head." I'm like, that guy can do a perfect Aussie voice. Like, come on.
And then you realize he's just doing his Rocco voice.
Yeah, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. He was a phone sex operator. That's clearly not safe for kids.
Oh God, there are so many. There's so many. Like, we're like, he goes into a love hotel. Like, how long would you want? All night. Like, okay.
Yeah, well, he's
And then you hear like, well, it looks like a new one just opened up.
Or the fact, and I love this, you know, as a person of a certain ethno-religious background, I love the fact they had a Jewish turtle.
Turn the page, wash your hands. Turn the page, wash your hands.
Oh boy!
Oh God, yeah, the amount of Jewish stereotypes they did with that guy.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you remember the episode where Hef had an aunt or a cousin or whatever that was part of a motorcycle gang and they were tearing up and eating carpet in the house?
Oh,
It's like, yeah, Aunt so-and-so with her biker friends are a bunch of women in this house eating carpet. And I'm like, oh my God!
oh my God, I just got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Carpet munchers. For those who don't understand it.
Exactly. And I'm like sitting there going, yeah, I don't think my nephew should be watching this.
Okay, so getting back to Sonic, as a person of a certain religious extent, what do you think about that one sequence from Knuckles?
Which one?
The one where he meets the Jewish family, and they say he's part of the like they compare Knuckles the Echidna to the plight of the Jews.
Oh God!
Wait, you haven't seen that?
I have, but it apparently didn't have much of an impact. Like I don't remember. I just remember when Jim Carrey pops out of a portal and tells Ugandan Knuckles that he'll show him the way.
oh, okay. So my favorite reference from this first movie is like the Blue Devil, and I have a drawing of them, and it's Sanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they put Sanic in the movie.
Dude, if they
It's literally Sanic. It is Sanic. Oh
Yeah.
God.
They definitely had their finger on the pulse of social media when they wrote those jokes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just glad there wasn't any yellow hedgehogs in there.
Yeah, Sonichu, that whole movie would have been cursed. Everybody would have been in prison.
Oh God.
The medallion is cursed, dude. It's like that Brady Bunch episode where they go to Hawaii. Don't wear the medallion, Greg. It crashes up on the rocks. They see a Sonichu like wash up to shore. dead Greg Brady.
Even just that much would be enough to curse the film.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta show this clip. It is glorious.
There is one person in town who's
Motherfucker. Yeah, that's literally Sonic.
The arms.
I love the fact that they just put that in there.
Everybody see the leprechaun say, "Hey." Oh,
I mean,
Somebody
that being
had
said, I
fun
did
doing
have some problems
Somebody
with this
had
film.
fun.
Sonic talks way too much in this movie.
yeah.
He talks way too much.
He's super sarcastic guy.
No, it's the will not shut up kind of like manic autism, ADHD. I want to punch him ism.
He's basically Ryan Reynolds if you stuck him in a hedgehog.
God, I don't want that.
All I know is for me growing up, I always remembered Sonic's voice as Jaleel White. Yay, chili dogs! But when they did the reboot or whatever with like Sonic Blast or Sonic Boom or whatever it was, where you heard his voice, I honestly prefer the guy that's doing the voice in the movie versus the guy that's on like the Sonic Boom stuff. Like the voice just sounds a lot cleaner. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it definitely works better in the later movies. But
I'm the guy who likes
Ben Schwartz has this kind of like high pitched.
Sorry.
Oh. The 4Kids, yeah.
It's illegal to like anything from 4Kids. Didn't you know that?
No, because for me it was always like Jaleel. That to me was because like Sonic was mute for all of the 16-bit era. I didn't hear his voice until I heard Jaleel White. So when his voice changed, it would be like listening to Mario. It'd be like listening to Captain Lou Albano voice Mario instead of Charles Martinet.
Fair.
Hey, paisanos.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of Chris Pratt as Mario, but as the movie goes on, you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
I really don't like how it's like right at the beginning, it's like, okay, let's get the Charles Martinet cameo out of the way. People, we didn't have that. People will riot. Like they put it right at the beginning. He just runs through his catchphrases, and then he's gone till like the end of the movie.
Yep. Well,
it felt so much like, all right, we got to do this. Let's just get it over with, like obligation.
Dude, I can only imagine how bad this movie would have been if Nintendo didn't intervene at the 11th hour. Because when they backseated Luigi in its own film to make Supergirl Boss Peach like this perfect, flawless flower that can win the obstacle course that Mario's getting his ass beat in it. It's like, why even have Mario as the hero if you can literally do everything better than him?
As much flack as people got, we know it could have been a lot worse. And we know Nintendo pushed back a lot.
Yeah, I actually, and here's a weird thing. I actually liked the Seth Rogen bits with Donkey Kong. It was a better, the whole trying to live up to the expectations of a father that'll never give you the approval you want. That was a really good life lesson, and they worked really well off of each other. And then they ruined it with Princess Peach saves herself. And I'm like, no, that's not the character.
See, here's the thing about Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen can give a good performance when he wants to. Have you seen the Alan Sorkin Jobs movie? He plays Steve Wozniak. And there is a really great scene between him and Michael Fassbender where he is acting his ass off.
Oh, damn. Well, he's good as Alan the Alien in Invincible, too. But he produces that, so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Seth Rogen, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Basically, Seth Rogen, the thing I get from him is he's trying to make up for the fact that he was friends with James Franco for 20 years. And he's trying to, and that's a stink that doesn't wash off, no matter how desperately he tries.
Yeah, it's like a permanent marker. That tattoo ain't going away. That regretful tattoo of Limp Bizkit, like it's staying there forever.
Also, what did James Franco do to get canceled? I can't remember. Like, what exactly did he do?
I'm sure it has to do with a certain list that'll never be revealed. You know, they all seem to do that stuff, dude. Like they're like all of our celebrities, all of our government, all of our politicians.
I mean, look how quickly the Diddy stuff got memory hold.
Yeah, it's like once you get rich and famous, you turn into a PRVRT, or you know.
I think it's a control mechanism. But I don't want to get into that. I really don't.
Yeah, but that's why James Franco.
All of a sudden, the string gets shut down.
Yeah, boo! There's a red dot on Nick. But like, no, like,
Yeah.
like you know, hate him, love him or hate him. Like at least Seth Rogen hasn't had that stuff. My biggest gripe with Seth Rogen actually is what he did with those Christmas. It was like Christmas Inc. or whatever.
Oh God, yeah.
Him and Sarah. So like, my thing is, dude, you're Jewish. You don't celebrate Christmas, okay? Why are you shitting on somebody else's holiday?
That reminds me of when Bette Midler did a Christmas album, and I remember she went on one of the talk shows, and one of the first things that says is, "But you're Jewish."
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, obviously she can't say because money, but yeah.
It just felt so mean spirited.
All right, I'll be right back. I'll try and hold down the fort. I'll still be able to hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, I guess as far as going on my little tirade about Seth Rogen, I watched that. Yeah, exactly. So I watched that Santa Inc. thing, and it was just lambasting. Like I thought it was honestly a return to like the Rankin Bass holiday things that we saw as kids, you know, and it turned into this like let's insult Christmas, let's make fun of the holiday, let's make Santa a big fat loser, and let's make like insert feminism or something, and I think it's time that Santa should be a woman and all. Like, dude, like that's not your religion. Imagine if somebody made a Hanukkah, some Gentile dude made a Hanukkah movie about, oh, look at all these greedy Jewish people. Oh, good. Let's jack up the prices of candles, and suddenly
let's really get canceled here. If we're gonna go full hog, like imagine if somebody did a magazine where they did a caricature of a certain religious figure.
Yeah, one that cannot be illustrated. Like
yes. Like what if that was a French magazine that did a caricature of
Oh God, Charlie Hebdo, dude. That was horrifying.
And coming from somebody
thanks,
who
Maddie.
is basically
sorry, you were saying?
Coming from somebody who's the second of that triumvirate there, I'm of the mind that it's like, hey, don't mock it. Celebrate.
Same here, man.
Your own. Let us celebrate ours.
Yeah, well, the problem is so many people just want to live and let live. Like your average person, they don't care if you're gay. They don't care if you're trans. They honestly just couldn't give a crap. Like it's a meme for a reason. They just want to grill.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Like vegan person comes to the grill. All right, fine. I'll put some vegan burgers on the grill. Fine, I'll accommodate them. That's no big deal. You know. Like you say someone's vegan, they're more than happy. Like, all right, I bought this stack of vegan burgers, specifically because I knew you're coming, because I was trying to be accommodating, you know?
Yeah. And if they're not like accommodating, it's not their like you have like a fringe, like then bring your own food, you know what I mean? And we can eat side by side. Like the what bothers me is
I brought my own stack of vegan burgers. Could you throw them on the grill? Yeah, no problem. You know,
or well, when you get the people that are like, "Oh, I can't stand the smell of that cooking meat. It's so awful," and it's like, well, then you shouldn't be here because this is a barbecue.
Or like, let's say someone invites you to it, and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a vegan, and like the smell of meat makes me nauseous." The person beyond our lines be like, "All right, I understand. Thank you." And it's no harm, no foul.
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
No harm, no. Yeah.
Like the person on the other line be like, "All right, I get it. You don't like the smell of meat. You're declining politely. Okay, we're good."
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. I mean, I've declined going places because for me, like I don't like like I don't like hanging out in public loud places like concerts or anything or nightclubs or whatever because I can't understand anybody. Like they're talking and it just sounds like
Concerts can be fun, but they're like the Wild West. Like especially if you're in like the standing room only section, like usually in between sets, you'll want to go to the bathroom, and you're trying to get in. You're trying like I remember this one time, like I waited like an hour to get like really good seats. It was a Breaking Benjamin Godsmack concert.
Oh, nice.
And I was like 30 feet from the stage for the Breaking Benjamin section. I was there for Breaking Benjamin, so. And then when the Godsmack stuff, I tried to get in, and people were giving me shit. One guy was literally, "Do we have a problem?" That stereotypical like macho bull crap. So the guard literally just took us and put us like in like a nosebleed section, just whatever. Me and my friend ended up leaving after the second Godsmack song because they're so horrible.
Oh no. Not a fan of Godsmack.
I like Godsmack, but like a friend of mine said, "Oh, they're shit live." Yeah, they're shit live. The artist was missing notes. They were obviously drunk, and the crowd was singing the songs more than Sully was.
Do you want to hear a story about Godsmack?
What? So
before when I got out of high school, I had a job working as a billiard supply company here in New England. In New Hampshire, and this is like the late 90s, and we had this pool felt, and it was like for this really expensive pool table. It was for the Aries. I can remember that one distinctly because I had these badass remember Skeletor's staff? It had two ram heads like that on the corners of it. Looked freaking awesome, and it was all cherry wood, and they wanted I think it was burgundy felt or something. But I don't know. So I was the apprentice, and I'm basically the navigator. And we drive into Wyndham or wherever the hell it was, and we get to this house. I'm like, wow, this is a pretty ritzy house. And this little short dude answers. He's like, yeah, we want it in the back here, over there. And my coworker, who was my superior, is like, oh, you're into music, huh? And he's got guitar stands everywhere. This little raised stage thing. Yeah, we're gonna put it back here in the music room. And I'm like, oh, okay. Turned out it was freaking Sally Erna. But this was before they were made it super big. So I'm just or they just made it big or whatever. Because clearly.
Oh, okay. I got a similar hilarious story. So this was around 2007. All right. My mom was working the Michigan State Fair, and I kind of had the run of the place. And I remember I went to the back of the band shell because I was trying to cut through, and I saw this group of people. They're kind of a band people. I had no clue who they were, so I introduced myself. I said, "Do you guys play any covers?" And he looks at me kind of confused. Do you know who that was? That was freaking Shinedown.
Holy shit!
I mean, it kind of worked out. Worked out for the better because later that night, there's this big thunderstorm, and it knocked out the power. So Shinedown did an acoustic set. So I actually went outside, and I was standing towards the side of the stage, and he was doing Simple Man acoustic, and it was really cool.
Nice. Do you do any covers? Yeah, you guys play Shinedown?
I am so embarrassed. I'm sorry. I have so much embarrassment when I tell that story. I meant Shinedown, didn't you realize it?
Simple kind of man. And the guy's like, yeah, I think I got it.
To be fair, Simple Man is a cover, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They do a good version of it, I think.
Yeah,
but it
I like some Shinedown, but the Breaking Benjamin, they were great. This was right after Breaking Benjamin had that big legal battle where Ben Burley had to reform the band. After all the other people tried to push him out.
Oh.
And they had the Darkness Before Dawn album, which is an amazing album, by the way. And it was really cool. I think he actually Sully Erna. They did a whole section cover of a cover section They did like the first verse and chorus of "Smells Like Teen Spirit." I lost my
Oh.
shit.
Damn.
They did Imperial March because this is the year that Force Awakens came out, and everyone was like all hyped for Star Wars.
Oh.
So imagine like a live rock version of Imperial March.
Ding, 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 ding,
And then right as they did, like Sully Erna just lit a lightsaber.
Yeah, nice.
He was like, "This fall," basically hyping it up and oh god. Like
I know.
so I don't feel bad
then what we know
because
now.
like I don't feel bad because I was there for Breaking Benjamin and I got a good Breaking Benjamin experience. So I'm not. I don't feel gypped.
Yeah. Yeah. God.
I got what I came for.
As long as I got my money's worth. Man. Yeah. I don't know. I miss like the 2000s. Even the 2010s had its charm. But post lockdown, everything's been crap. It's like a cultural depression.
I miss going to Walmart at 3 a.m. and shopping for towels. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doing the Jewish voice.
It's funny because a lot of people I've known that
what I meant
that sound like that aren't even Jewish.
Oh my god, Sharon, what do you miss?
Dude, I miss the days of couch co-op where you would invite a friend over, have some sodas, and just snack food all over the room, and you just spend hours in the game and practically beating each other senseless on the.
Or like I remember like snow days in the 90s, where like there'd be a snow day. You'd go over your friend's house and you'd play video games all day. Like you play GoldenEye and you basically just do the paintball mode or Smash Brothers or Mario Kart or you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. Tony Hawk, because Tony Hawk had a good multiplayer mode. Like you had like horse and all that stuff. Gosh, we are old.
Mario Double
Crash
Dash
Team Racing
and
or bust.
Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing's my game.
Yeah, CTR baby. Although my favorite racing game, and apparently Melee James and Melee K, I think share this is I really enjoy Sonic All-Star or Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform. I think that's the pinnacle of the series. It is so damn fun.
I've never played it.
Dude, it's a love letter to Sega. So every old Sega property, you got the racers, you got the tracks. Like you could literally be freaking Ryo from Shenmue blasting
in a forklift.
Yeah, actually in this one, he doesn't have the forklift. He drives an Outrun vehicle. The sit-in cabinet for Outrun.
The Ferrari?
No, it's like an arcade cabinet that you sit in, like the Afterburner ones, but it's all red and it says
Outrun. The Hang On.
Yeah, and you're doing this inside of a Shinobi level, or God, what is it? Nights into Dreams level.
I mean, they even had Sega Sanshiro.
Yeah,
Sega-ton, Sanshiro, Sega-ton.
It's a giant Saturn controller for his car.
Yeah.
I need to play Project Cross Zone. I need to play those games.
Yeah.
They brought him in for Project Cross Zone 2.
Oh, nice. Sega.
I mean, the reason that I know him is he's Kamen Rider Ichigo. He's the first Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. It's awesome. and his son is playing the new Ichigo Kamen Rider's son. And he's also playing the new Sega Sanshiro.
Oh, really?
They had a commercial.
Wow.
Where they brought Segata back and they Segata's son.
Generation 2 begins. Hajime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mostly harmless.
Hey, Keely.
Yeah, Keely's the best.
Man. Now I want to get one of those giant, larger-than-life Saturn controllers and just punch it. Make fighting games more enjoyable. Although I did break the original Street Fighter arcade because I punched it too hard.
Oh, God.
Did that fat kid just break that arcade machine? Oh, shit, he's booking it.
Also, I love how like they actually gave him a death. It's so wild. Japan is so crazy. All right.
ドリームキャストの発売を待つばかりだ
Oh, he gave his life for the Dreamcast. I love Japan. I mean, he can fly down now. Boom!
瀬形三四郎は
And I love how it's like, Segata will live on in our hearts.
It's like one of those like Korean propaganda videos.
Yeah,
Dear leader
God.
was,
I remember seeing that commercial for when Death Battle did the Segata Sanshiro versus Chuck Norris fight.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Nonsense, but I love it.
I love like the finale is they just destroy reality itself. There is no winner. We all lost.
Yeah. Was it the immovable object versus the unstoppable force or whatever?
Immovable object versus unstoppable.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say it? I love it in movies where they actually have Chuck Norris saying Chuck Norris facts, like in The Expendables, where they actually have a Chuck Norris fact. It's cheesy as hell, but I love it.
And it all started because of World of Warcraft. Baron's chat. Man.
Yeah, I love Chuck Norris facts.
He doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the ground down.
All right, I got it. I'm pulling up the scene. All right. Oh, God. I need to see like Expendables 2 and 3, honestly. All right.
Somebody got a little
Small world, huh, Barney?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
rumor had it you were dead.
Yeah, I heard that too. So how's life treating you?
No better. You did all this?
I fly solo. I thought you knew that.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't buy it.
Well, now you do. This your team?
Yeah. Gunner, Toll Road, Hail Caesar, and Maggie.
Hail Caesar!
Booker. You're the one people call the lone wolf?
I've been called that, but I have known.
Not that much. That you were bitten by a king cobra.
Yeah, I was. But after 5 days of agonizing pain, the cobra died.
I love how he just says that with utter sincerity.
Man, that's the one where it's like, what is it? Chuck Norris's tears can cure cancer. Too bad he never cries. You know, or the doctor smacked his bottom when he was born and has been apologizing to him ever since.
All right. We gotta look up Chuck Norris facts. All right, let's see here. This should do it. All right, I got some Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris doesn't read books. He stares down until he gets the information he wants. All right, Chris, you want to read number 2?
Time waits for no man, unless that man is Chuck Norris.
All right, Sharon, you're up. Number 3.
If you spell Chuck Norris in Scrabble, you win forever.
Chuck Norris breathes air 5 times a day. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked nothing and told it to get a job. All right, Chris, number 6.
When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said, "Say please."
All right, Sharon, number 7.
Chuck Norris instead of coffee in the morning.
If Chuck Norris would have traveled to an alternate dimension in which there was another Chuck Norris and they both fought, they both would win. If you ask Chuck Norris what time it is, he says 2 seconds till. After you ask 2 seconds to what he wrote, Chuck Norris appeared in the Street Fighter II video game, but was removed by beta tester because every button caused him to do a roundhouse kick. When asked about the glitch, Chuck Norris replied, "There's no glitch." There is no chin behind Chuck Norris's beard. There's only another fist. See, there's only one person stronger than Chuck Norris. His wife. She has borne the seed of Chuck Norris and survived.
Man.
Oh, the chief.
That's a feat in and of itself. You gotta admit.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris is pain.
Man.
You know that left like started like an offshoot of like have you ever heard of Bruce Campbell facts?
Oh, they made a Bruce Campbell facts one too.
No.
All right. Okay, I can't find it, but yeah, there was Bruce Campbell facts. That link is Chuck Norris reading the jokes. Oh yeah, I've seen that video. It's pretty funny. Did you know that every year Chuck Norris sends a picture of himself to the IRS? Chuck Norris has never had to pay taxes.
God, I still have to do my taxes.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah. Oof.
But yeah, so remember what video game movies were like before Sonic? Because I feel like Sonic was like, there's always a movie that kind of breaks the dam as far as things becoming valid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like comic book movies existed, but it wasn't until like X-Men and Spider-Man that they really kind of found their footing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I liked the original Mortal Kombat movie. And I liked Silent Hill, even though they pink-washed the main character.
I like Mortal Kombat, but it's essentially Enter the Dragon, but I feel like that kind of helps the movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's essentially what the original first game was. It was they were just basically making it John.
Well, the first game was Bloodsport. The first game was Bloodsport.
Yeah, it was Bloodsport mixed with like the plot of Enter the Dragon, like the go to the remote island, you know, in the South China
Yeah,
Sea.
like Jean-Claude Van Damme was the basis for Johnny Cage.
Yep. Yeah, they even have him as a skin in MK1, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, when I say MK1, I mean MK what is that? 12 or whatever.
Yeah, the third reboot they've done in as many games.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I hate the naming convention, but yeah, and Sonya was basically Cynthia Rothrock. Like a lot of people, you know, she made was it Mom Jeans hot back in the 90s. She could roundhouse kick people twice her size and it actually looked believable.
Yeah,
Man. God. And then what's his face? God, what the hell's his name? I can't remember. I keep forgetting the actor's name, but he's passed. The guy that played Kano was responsible for making in the movie. He was responsible for making Kano Australian.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he was kind of like some sort of like Asian dude.
Yeah,
originally.
Yeah, Richard DeVizio.
And I love how in the most recent MK movie they ran with it. Like Kano was kind of the best part of the new movie. Kano wins, you fucking beauty.
Well, it sucks because every other character was such a miss, except for like if they would have just made a Scorpion and Sub-Zero period piece and excluded every other character and completely cut out the whole Mortal Kombat thing, I think it would have been a better film.
See, my problem is they invented a whole new character that is
Cole.
as bland and as vanilla as possible,
Mhm.
as like the audience eyes.
This
Like,
is a
why not
terrible
just have it
idea.
be Sonya or Jax or whatever? Why not have
Yeah.
it be somebody or Luke Kang again? Like, come on.
Dude, they what they did to my boy Liu Kang in that was terrible. Like he turned into this like little soy, like little oh boy, like yeah, they ruined all of those characters. And like you
Kung
said,
Lao,
Kano,
I think they did fine. Like when he did his flawless victory like finisher, that was kind of cool.
yeah, that was cool. But like I don't know, man. Like they
Cable, Cable or whatever, like the
Cabal,
speed guy.
yeah.
Cabal was pretty good. I think Sonya was fine. I think the script kind of let her down a little bit.
I thought the actress that played her was gorgeous. It's just I don't know. I mean,
the script, like honestly, Sonya should have been the lead of the movie, in my opinion.
yeah, focus on one character and just make it from their perspective. But making it this generic, magical, cold, vanilla guy was so stupid.
Yeah,
like
if it would have, because clearly, like Sonya had a whole character arc off screen where it's like, oh, I kill, like, it's like, I'm sorry, you had the movie's there, like her rivalry with Cable.
Yep.
Like she killed him, she got his mark. Then she did a whole like, oh, I did a whole character montage off screen to get my powers, or like, you know.
Yeah, that was so dumb.
Like honestly, just take out all the Cole stuff.
Yep, all of it.
Yeah.
I heard that they're going to use Carl Urban as Johnny Cage in the next film.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, who else can you get? Like honestly, because like, maybe the guy from Top Gun Maverick. What's his name? The Sydney Sweeney guy.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I think the perfect Johnny Cage would have been Logan Paul. It's a big case, but it works so well because, like, here's the thing: is I don't like Logan Paul as a person, but I watch WWF or WWE wrestling.
You just want to see Logan Paul get kicked in the face for 2 hours.
No, dude, that guy is a natural born professional wrestler. It's so rare seeing good wrestlers these days. That dude, like, as much as I hate him as a person, he is an amazing heel in wrestling.
Like, yeah, and that's the whole point of heels is to get hate. So he's doing his job.
Yeah, it's nuclear hate.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. But that's Johnny Cage. He was a cocky movie star that, was an asshole. And it's like, there you go. There's Logan Paul.
Yeah, basically.
Man, it's not like he can't do any of his stunts. I mean, the stuff I've seen him pull off in wrestling, it's like, yeah, he can do that.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to do enough to sell it for a camera. He's athletic enough.
Yeah. Although Lyndon Ashby there in the first one, those are $500 sunglasses, you asshole.
I gotta say, having Connor McLeod play Raiden was such an inspired choice because, like, it kind of worked. It kind of worked.
It kind of did. Yeah, Christopher Lambert.
Like, he was chewing up the scenery, but he had like that kind of presence for Raiden.
Well, they in the sequel there, that awful Annihilation, they got Ajax from the Warriors to play him, and it was so out. Like it was like, how do you?
And they shaved his head.
Yeah, and how do you follow up Christopher Lambert with Ajax? Like those are two. Not that there's anything wrong with the actor that played Ajax, but like those are two very different characters. Like
also the Shang Tsung actor is basically like he Christopher Reeve that role.
Oh yeah.
He did it so well. He is the Christopher Reeve of Shang Tsung.
Yeah. Well, they made him. I think it's Mortal Kombat 11. They made just like they did with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Lyndon Ashby, and what the actress that played Sonya. They made models of them, and the number one that's used is the one of that actor Robert, whatever his name is, that plays Shang Tsung. Like.
So you remember when they did Mortal Kombat Legacy in the 2010s? Like they did 2 seasons of it. In the second season, they brought back Shang Tsung and they brought back the original actor to play
Nice.
to play Shang Tsung.
Well, you remember Kristana Loken was in it? The
Kristana-
Terminatrix.
Oh wait. Oh,
She was the female in that. It was Kung Lao, that pirate guy, and
I know Matt Mullins with Johnny Cage. He was the guy from Kamen Rider Dragon Knight.
No, wait. What am I thinking of? No, there was a series that came out where it was about Kung Lao.
It was a web series that was a fan film.
Oh,
and then
no.
WB.
Oh yeah, that's the one that had what's her face in it? Jerry Ryan, who played
Jerry
79.
Ryan is like the perfect Sonya Blade, admit it.
Yeah. Only Carrie Hoskins would be better, but Carrie Hoskins isn't in movies.
I mean, she still looks amazing, but you know.
Yeah, she is. She's an 11 in my book. Yeah. See, I thought we were talking about there was another series that was about Kung Lao. But
all right.
Yeah.
So also Michael J. White is perfect as Jax. Like they had perfect casting. Like if they would have done like a 2012, 2013 Mortal Kombat movie, like with this cast, it would have been freaking amazing.
Yeah, holy crap! Yeah, the reason why I brought up Kristana Loken was she wasn't in that web series. There was an older series from like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Oh, the live action TV show thing.
Yeah, and it was like
Conquest.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. So sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Man, yeah, Jerry Ryan. Like I just remember how they tried to like in the web series there, the one where you got the DVD for. They tried to make everybody realistic. Like Baraka was like a
Yeah, they kind of dropped it as things went on because the first season is like the lead up to the tournament, and the second season is the tournament. I'm gonna be honest. The first season's really good because they do like character vignettes for every character.
Yep.
Like for Raiden, they basically have him in like a mental asylum, where like he has to like awaken his powers.
So it's like Thor.
Like they do Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And then season 2 is like the tournament. It's not as good. But like they actually bring in Stryker and he uses his gun in the whole thing. Yeah, I just love the whole concept of Stryker. It's like I'm gonna fight to the death. Of course, I'm gonna use a freaking gun.
Yeah, man. Well, in MK9, they made Stryker look kind of like John Cena, and he's all like his little intro thing. He's like, "Police brutality coming up."
Oh God. And that's why I think Mortal Kombat has kind of stood the test of time. Is it has an interesting mythology. Like it has interesting characters. Literally, your two main villains are fire and ice. You can't get more iconic than that, you know?
Yeah. And the one game where they tried to take out fire and ice, it like they instantly had to pivot and add in Scorpion and Sub-Zero because sales were like cratering.
Which game was it?
So they released Mortal Kombat 3 and it didn't have Sub-Zero or Scorpion in it. It had an unmasked white guy playing Sub-Zero and no Scorpion. And they had these two stupid dirt bike rider cyborgs in it, Ketchup and Mustard. And it pissed people off.
And Sector.
And it pissed people off so badly that in less than a year, they came out with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which had Kitana, Jade, Melina, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, somebody else. I think
and that's the thing. Because the thing about that Sub-Zero is that's Han. That's the original Sub-Zero's younger brother.
Yeah, Kuai Liang.
Because Kuai Liang became Noob Saibot.
Other way around. Bihan is the one that became Noob Saibot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know
why I know this.
I don't know. Like Mortal Kombat lore is interesting. Like. Yeah. And I think when they did like the PS3 and PS4 games where they had the story mode was actually kind of interesting.
Dude, I love Deception, man. A lot of people are like, dude, Mortal Kombat sucked in the PS2 era or whatever. I freaking loved that 3D where you could play like Mortal Kombat chess. That was the first game with the crypt. You could like go through the crypt and unlock stuff.
Well, the PS2 era saved Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat in the late 90s was on the decline because you had Mortal Kombat 4 come out. That didn't do that well, and you had the spin-offs that didn't do that well.
Nope.
but it was Deadly Alliance that came out on the PS2, and like that brought it back.
Yep. Yeah, and then after like I didn't like Armageddon. That was the one where it was like create a fatality where it was just really dumb. And then when they revived it again with Mortal Kombat 9, they just called it Mortal Kombat. I really liked Mortal Kombat 9, especially when they added Kratos and Freddy Krueger. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I love like how they have like the guest characters,
Mhm.
and they actually have like the interactions.
Yeah.
Like especially even nowadays. Like now they have like them going like this. I love like the
Yeah.
Omni-Man in Homelander, where Omni-Man is just dissing him.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like with Rambo, where like everyone's actually giving respect to Rambo.
Yeah. I know Shiva wanted to death by snoo him.
I mean, she wanted to see his Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to see just how sharp that Rambo knife was.
Yeah, she wanted to get Ramboned. But
Oh God.
she drew first blood. Yeah. Yeah, I got all the games, and yeah, you can definitely see the peaks and valleys of where they were good and when they were bad. And yeah, that Mortal Kombat 3, you can see it's like less than a year after Mortal Kombat 3 was released in the arcades, they put out Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and it's like the development like production time on that, it was so short. There must have been like heads rolling over, holy crap, who made these dumb decisions?
And then they did a Mortal Kombat trilogy, which is basically like the third DLC for 3.
Well, one of my former coworkers, he's actually in that game. When they do the credits, they show these like little photos of their faces in black and white. When you hear like the funeral bell, dong, and it shows their faces. And yeah, he was a big Mortal Kombat fan. And MK Trilogy, dude, they had to completely replace Johnny Cage in that game with a new actor because
because he was promoting a different game.
Yep, yeah. Was it Daniel Pacina, I think his name was?
And the reason they replaced Sonya is because there was like some pay disputes.
Yeah, same thing with Ho Sung Pak. Like they got what's his name, Eddie Wong or whatever, to play him in MK3, and it's like that's not Ho Sung Pak, man. Bring back the Korean. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the reason why Katie Hoskins is viewed as like the definitive Sonya is because she does cons. She interacts with fans.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. I follow her on Twitter.
And I actually watched the video. And the thing is, she clearly loves her time in Mortal Kombat. Like, this is not like, oh, this is the only way I can make money. This is no, like, I loved my time doing it. I love the fans. Yes, this is a way for me to make money, but I'm enjoying it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and she's still gorgeous, dude. She's like...
Oh, God. Like, every so often, that photo circulates Twitter and gets... I myself have circulated it a couple of times. Like, I'm just going to tell you, if you want a cheat code for engagement, post that photo and make a cheeky comment. That will get you engagement.
Yeah. Yeah, people like hot chicks, and she's up there, man. She's like surface of the sun level hot.
Yeah, and she's like, what, in her 50s or something?
60s, I think.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you figure Mortal Kombat 3 came out in like the mid to late 90s, like 94, 95.
Especially when like you learn she has like a disabled son she takes care of. It's like, oh my God, I thought you were an awesome person. Now I think you're even better. Like, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely she's
look at those abs. Look at those abs.
That lady has look at that, dude. She's kept in shape. She's hotter than 20-year-olds.
I'm sure she's had some work done. Like look at this. Like, obviously she's had some work done, but it's not too much. Oh, I love, like, oh God, that smile.
Yeah. I know we're all like simping over Carrie Hoskins, but God, she's not only she has smoke show, but she seems like a generally nice person, which is a weird combo.
Yeah, like I'd love to go to a convention and just like meet her, say hi. Hello.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna be in my
vintage.
bunk. Oh, dude, I see butt cheeks. Hide.
No. Crap.
Yeah, we demonetized.
Oh God, that actually happened to me once.
Oh.
Oh, frick.
I gotta save that one for the memory bit. No.
That one's going in my personal collection. But
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'd love to meet Carrie Hoskins. Like if she ever does a convention near me, I definitely am gonna go there and have her sign something.
yeah, I wonder if she still like
Sign
keeps
these
in
notes.
contact. Yeah, oh damn. No, I wonder if she keeps in contact with any of the other Mortal Kombat actors.
I think she does because they've done a couple reunions of like at
Yeah.
arcades of some of the original actors. So
Like Mark Parrish there, the dude that played Jax. The dude was freaking ripped out of his gourd.
yeah, yes, Parrot Head. I have checked Twitter and yes,
Yeah, he's been
I
sending some
have.
zingers my way.
For those who don't know, Parrot Head likes to distract us when we're doing these streams, and we salute you, sir.
Yes.
All right, if you're in this stream, please give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, please.
Sharon, you've been pretty quiet. What's your take on the whole Mortal Kombat Carrie Hoskins thing?
Honestly, I'm probably a lot less of a Mortal Kombat head than you, which is why I've mostly been quiet. I'm just letting you guys rock the talk.
Rock the Dragon?
Casbah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Man.
But yeah, what's your opinion of the Sonic movie, Sharon?
Honestly, the Sonic movie is an absolute breath of fresh air, considering that we've had bad video game adaptations for so many years that when it first came out, am I dreaming? Like I had to actually pinch myself to make sure, that I wasn't asleep imagining the Sonic movie. Basically just kind of went strength to strength. Now it's like maybe we'll actually have some good video game adaptation movies finally come out.
Oh God, Parrot Head, send that to Chris. He desperately needs it.
Which one?
He sent me some of the good Carrie Hoskins stuff. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh, hey now.
Yes, Phoenix, send it. Parrot Head, send it to Chris. He needs it. Yeah, like what are some other like good video game movies before Sonic? It's not many of them.
Well, I liked
No, not many at all.
I liked Silent Hill, except for when they pink washed it and put the female lead there instead of Harry Mason. I thought that was really good. And I also liked, the original Mortal Kombat and I don't know, anything with Uwe Boll that came out, I avoided. So
yeah.
Because he has his entire catalog of films.
I will say
Oh, sorry.
yeah, when it comes to there's one specific thing that's work, but it's Resident Evil.
What?
Oh yeah. How about we talk about Wait, Chris, remember to mute your mic. So, Chris, let's talk about the game from the company that you used to work for. What about the Assassin's Creed movie?
Oh God,
Oh
dude.
God.
So they like Hollywoodified the Animus. It made no sense. Like I couldn't even sit through it. And that's sad because I was a huge
And remember how they tried to actually put it in the canon of the games too?
Yeah, it was so dumb. Like
I will say the Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie, they got it. They got the games, I think.
yeah, they at least they understood what Lara Croft was. She's cheeky, fun, and ass kicking. She's not that brooding whatever that other whatever Vikander or
Ashley
whatever.
Vikander, which I thought like the that one was fine.
I
But
couldn't
yeah,
get through it wasn't fun. Like, you know?
also the Doom movie is just dumb fun. It is dumb
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, Dr. Carmack. I'm like, oh, I know that reference.
I mean, that's what made those older
looking.
movies fun back in the day. Was you know, you were basically being Cap going, I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're starting to kind of like crack the code. And for those who are asking, like, why is it taking so long to get the good video game movies? In the 90s and 2000s, the people making the video game movies had never picked up a controller in their lives. And
Nope.
now we have filmmakers who played video games as kids, or maybe they still play video games. So they understand the medium of video games now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that it is kind of comforting knowing that like my generation, which kind of started video games, we're now old enough to actually be in positions to make make decisions in high levels of corporations. It just saddens me that like every game that's come out in the West, or I'd say the vast majority that's come out in the West in like the last half decade, has been completely like raffle stomped by the Eastern developers.
Yeah, and the best we've gotten is like occasionally there'll be a good re-release of a game like DQ3 Remake. Like, yeah, it had the Type A, Type B bullshit,
Mhm.
but beyond that, it was a good game.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just I foresee good game movies and stuff. I think a lot of them will be from the East now instead of like what we liked. You know.
I mean, did you know there's a Phoenix
Yeah.
Wright movie made in Japan?
Nice. Yeah, it's live action too, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they made a couple of them.
I want to see that so much.
Apollo Justice.
But yeah, like they
One
actually
of those games that lends really, really, really well to a movie medium, and especially live action movie.
Yeah, it's a court drama.
凶悪犯罪の増加に対し
Exactly.
政府は新たな司法システム助審裁判を導入した弁護士と検事の直接
Oh, it's even got the hair.
わずか3日
It looks so
判
good.
決を下す制度
Yes.
裁判所はいつも犯罪者の大行列だ。なるほど弁護士、もたもたされては助審裁判を導入した意味がないじゃありませんか。
私のやり方は法に触れる
Oh my god.
裁判長、こんな記録聞いてません。
異議あり
Oh,
Like they nailed it. Like they nailed. I need to see
Yeah.
this movie. By the way, if you want to watch the movie, it's probably available on your favorite fan sub site.
woo!
Huzzah.
Just saying. Also, I'm just gonna say I really like Detective Pikachu. I think they nailed that movie.
Yeah, I wish they didn't blackwash it. That was my only gripe. It didn't make any sense. Like Chris, who was it? Chris Pine or whatever was the dad, and I'm like, how?
Ryan Reynolds. Ryan
Oh, I'm
Reynolds.
sorry. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, and I'm just like, how?
Maybe Harry liked chocolate milk.
Yeah, but it's like that kid's a little too dark to be. You know what I mean? Like it's just, none of that. But I recently played the game. I even got the amiibo for it. It's a pretty big sized amiibo for the 3DS. And I played through the game, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not even the same kit. What?
I mean the biggest crime is they didn't have Danny DeVito.
Yes!
Detective Pikachu.
Oh my dude, if Danny DeVito stepped out as the dad too at the end, I probably would. Like, all right, all's forgiven.
I also like the thing I love most about the movie is they actually like it's in the Pokemon universe. Also, like they reference the first movie, like with Mewtwo and like the Cinnabar Island. So like, I thought that was kind of cool.
I like how they didn't Hollywoodify it either. They literally adhered to the rules of Pokemon, and they didn't like put their own stink on it and redesign things. And
I mean, they kind of did where it's like, all right. So there's this one city where like the normal rules of Pokemon don't apply. Where like everyone has one partner Pokemon that isn't in a Pokeball. Though to be fair, they made it very clear it's just in that one city. Because in the beginning of the movie, you see him try and catch that Cubone with the Pokeball. So that they're saying, like, yeah, the normal Pokemon rules apply elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
And then they also like they show like Sinnoh, and like they make it very clear this takes place in the Pokemon universe.
Yep.
But you want to know the biggest tragedy of that film?
What's that?
They were going to have Professor Oak, but they didn't. Because you want to know why?
What?
Because there's only one person that they wanted to play Professor Oak.
Oh.
Robin Williams.
Oh, that is sad.
Imagine Detective Pikachu, but Robin Williams as Professor Oak. If he would have made a bang your mom joke.
Yeah, it's he's irreplaceable too, dude. Like,
yeah.
God, that sucks.
Wait, Parrothead. They made a Full Metal Alchemist film.
Oh yeah. I saw that one.
Oh gosh, I know there's a bunch of like live action anime movies from Japan that like nobody talks about. Like, there's a Battleship Yamato one.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, I know there's a bunch of those like that they've made that nobody talks about.
And a lot of them are surprisingly good too. The Battleship Yamato one's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I never.
Oh, absolutely. Most of those anime live action.
Yeah, like I do love me some live action like sci-fi action movies from Japan. Oh gosh, there's one I saw called
Didn't they do it like a
Travelers
or
Yep, I saw that one, but it wasn't in live action. It was CGI, but the CGI was really good.
Do you ever see the Cyborg 009-1 movie?
Oh.
It was on Netflix for like a short time. I saw it. It was pretty good.
Maybe the last live action one I saw was called like Parasite or something.
All right, check this out.
Parasite, that's a classic.
過去の記憶をなくした孤独なサイボーグ戦士ミレーヌ。9-1、次のミッションを伝える。通称00くの1。体の機能すべてを使い、ミッションのためには手段を選ばない。
俺なの？何その顔？道具のくせ。あなたも私と同じ。
What's funny is if you're a Tokusatsu fan, you recognize so many actors. Like literally, that's her Hurricane. That's Hurricane Blue from Hurricanes, or aka Ninja Storm. That's Kamen Rider Axel from Kamen W.
彼女に求められたのは完全無欠な戦闘能力、そして冷酷な鉄の心。
Oh no!
Yeah, we're getting some carpet in there.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
体の機能すべてを使い、ミッションのためには手段を選ばない。
何その顔？
That's Kamen Rider Eternal's mother, and she was in Kamen Rider A to Z Gaia Memories of Fate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was really watching a lot of Japanese media in the 2010s.
Nice.
But yeah, this was a really good movie. It was really it was done by Koichi Sakamoto, who is a really good action director. He's worked on a lot of Tokusatsu. He's also worked on Power Rangers.
Oh, nice. Man.
A person who's gotten burned out on Cape and Cowl flicks, I would recommend to anybody who's check out the Toku scene, especially the Super Sentai. You'll be in so much better hands.
Yeah, I was surprised that the was it Go Ranger there or whatever Hayam Saban used for the Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin one. Like that's a pretty adult show. Like that's not a kiddie show.
Normally, yeah, it's a little bit Normally it's a little bit more adult or whatever.
Yeah. The Rangers were actually adults, and obviously the Yellow Ranger was a dude and all that stuff. But like, yeah, it's the whole tone and everything. Like,
All right, I really shouldn't play this. Toei is like very, very. They'll come after me.
Touchy.
Yeah. Demonetized.
But let's see here. I love me some Kamen Rider. The KW Fies Gaim. Oh my god, Gaim. Oh god. Gaim is like a series for like the first 10 episodes. It's like, oh, this is so stupid. Then after episode 10, like it gets so serious. It literally turns into like a religious allegory where the Kamen Rider becomes like God, has to fight the devil. It's
oh jeez.
I mean, what do you get when the writer for the series wrote Magical Madoka?
Oh, hey, did you ever see Gantz, the live action Gantz?
Yeah, that one was crazy.
Yeah, that chick was hot. They're like, wow, is she really a blah, blah, blah? It's like, look at the size of those things. I'm like, okay, you had my interest. Now you have my attention.
Oh, that reminds me. Have you ever heard of Akiba Ranger?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it, though.
So the villain, the actress is literally a Japanese corn cob star.
Sugai!
And in the second season, they did an episode called The Powerful Rangers.
Oh boy.
Where it's an alternate universe where
I remember
the Power Rangers.
This one.
Yeah. That episode is so wild. Also, Akiba Ranger is just.
Is that the one where there's like a schlong monster that shoots like acidic jizz and it like melts her Yellow Ranger costume off?
I would not be surprised knowing that show.
Never
it's like a giant,
man.
It looked like something out of HR Puppet
Never
stuff.
changed.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, it's really good.
It's been like,
and like there's so much other like tokusatsu that's not you guys ever heard of Garo?
I think so. That's the wolf one.
Yeah, Makai Knight. He's like the golden wolf armor kind of thing. That one is that one is part of what's called Midnight Tokusatsu.
Oh.
It's mature. It's got blood. Yeah. It's got boobies. All right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like
nice.
Smoking something, he looked like Kaiba. Straight up.
Join man. Pathetic card, Yugi. Imagine Japan made a live action Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Oh, dude, they would. Some of those early cards that before they got censored in the West. Good God, man! I was like, hey,
have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh Season 0?
No,
yeah.
He's a serial killer in the first season.
Holy shit!
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, he straight out challenges people to different games, and he like murders people.
Well, I remember my nephew was watching it back in like 2006, 2007 or whatever. He's a really young kid. And I was like, what the hell is this? And like one of the cards he was playing, they were like chained at the waist inside this machine that was going to buzzsaw off their feet. And like one of the cards he pulled out was like this hot naked babe. And I'm like, what is it? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna watch this one.
I mean, like as if you really want to talk about like risque cards, Who here remembers the card Misty's Tears?
Misty's Tears. Oh, I love it when they cry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to like tempt fate, so I'm just gonna send it to you guys separately.
No.
I'll send you a picture on Twitter. All right, and then Chris, I'm sending it to you right now.
All right.
Yeah, check that out.
Whoa!
Yeah, imagine a bunch of
Yeah.
12-year-olds.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like,
exactly what I remember.
yeah.
It's like when I first saw Sailor Moon as a kid, and I'm like, that chick is naked.
Or like you watch Digimon Tamers.
That was another.
All I remember
infamous
about
one.
Digimon.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah, Yeah, well, I guess it's because we've been raised puritanically. Like, you know, I mean, dude, it's not as bad as Stephen King. I mean, you know, the original cut of it would have gotten the filmmakers arrested.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, I find an interesting dichotomy between us and Europe. Okay.
Mhm.
In America, it's you can have the most violent torture scenes, all that stuff, but don't you dare show nipple, no man ass, and no male trunks, if you know what I mean. But in Europe, it's we can show boobs on daytime TV, but don't you dare show a drop of blood.
Yeah, it's weird. Australia is pretty much the same way, but they bring it to the extreme. They're like
both.
do you remember Left 4 Dead? Remember that awesome like zombie survival game or multiplayer thing? None of the zombies got like killed. They just lie down. Yeah, it's the work. Like I was like, "Are you serious? This is what?" Yeah, they're like, the game wouldn't be able to get sold in Australia if it didn't get censored this bad.
Well, you know that like Wolfenstein 3D was only allowed in Germany like less than 10 years ago.
Oof. Yeah, Germany is. Dude, I feel bad because I have an ex from Germany.
With Germany, it comes to like how you depict that group from the 40s. Let's just say that
The no Germans.
Yeah.
No Germans. I like that.
No,
Actually.
well, it's like it's an entire nation that's been browbeaten and demoralized by something that they didn't even do because all the people that did that have been dead for like a century, half a century.
And like the ones that are still alive, they're like 90 years old. They're not a threat.
Yeah. Well, most of them are in South America, anyways. Like anybody that did that stuff, they fled that country.
Also, can I just say, like, I really shouldn't be saying this, but we're almost 2 hours in. I really love, like, remember when Canada, like this happened like a couple years, like last year or something. They gave the standing ovation, and it turned out that he was actually a no German.
Yeah,
like an actual no German.
Yeah, and well, it shows you how messed up these people are. Like, you know,
It shows you how desperate they are. That's the thing, is it's desperation.
Well, it sucks to see Germany so browbeaten and so demoralized succumb to what's destroying their country now. There's that literal video or photo of a cop arresting a dude that was trying to defend himself against a I don't even know how the hell, somebody that owned a Hawaiian snack bar, who ends up burying a knife into the cop's head, and it's like, you don't see the irony in that photo. Like,
or the most hilarious one is you have our vice president saying stuff, and the UK is like, we have free speech in the UK.
Yeah, people getting arrested in the middle of the night.
Where?
Yeah, I
Where?
Literally, grandma's getting arrested for doing silent prayers.
Yeah. Oh, you're arresting me because of a thought? So isn't that exactly what Orwell tried to warn you guys about? Like,
yeah,
thought crimes. Like, yeah,
and not the good kind of thought crimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. We need more. We need more of the hose over there, not the thinking crimes.
Yeah. Although Britain definitely has its fair share of the hose over there. I mean, look at all the ones that are breaking records with numbers of traffic jams and they're, you know.
Oh God.
Yeah, that makes me sick seeing that stuff. It's like, what failure of a father created that? Like,
and how is that an accomplishment? It's just media blitzing, really.
well, it's look, this lock can be opened by 1,000 keys. Oh, that's useful.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
like, I think a lot of it is those two women just have a rivalry. Like, you notice how like one person said they're pregnant and the other like, oh, I'm pregnant too.
Yeah. I feel bad for that kid. If it even
God.
survives. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
disgusting.
like you'll never know who your father is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't like how our society has gone Weimar Republic. Like all the disgusting debauchery and like these are not like we need to bring shame back. Like you know
Like,
that little voice in the back of your head?
Do you know how much harassment kids get when their mothers are like OnlyFans girls?
Yeah. I just watched a video on Twitter of a brother crying to his sister, and he's like, you know, you ruined my life. And she's like, well, I never intended. It's like, it doesn't matter what you intended. Like, it's what you did. This is a consequence of your terrible life choices.
Yeah, like even if you did nothing wrong, because your sister is like this OnlyFans girl, like thousands of people have seen her snatch. You know, and like how traumatizing would it be just having random people like, oh, you're so and so's brother? Oh, I've seen her clam.
Yeah, how is that female empowerment when you basically devalue yourself to like $4.99 a month?
You know? It's because they're the ones doing it. They're like, it's whatever, you know.
Yeah, and it's the dude was like literally, it's like I'm missing out on college admissions because of this crap. You know, colleges see this and go, yeah, you're affiliated with something we don't want in our university.
Like I don't want to be the person that is like totally against like sex work. But at the same time, I feel like there's something to be said for doing it in such a public manner.
Yeah, like my thing is like as far as prostitution goes, like I don't like make it legal and then make it so that you can actually keep women safe instead of having pimps on the street side.
Yeah,
but like as far as like OnlyFans goes and stuff, like ladies, have some self-respect. This is disgusting. Like you're a child. Like your parents could see that. Do you want to put yourself out on the internet and have something that your parents see?
Like how many times, like how many threads have we seen where it's like, oh, my dad subscribed to my OnlyFans and it creeps me out.
Well, yeah. It's disgusting. Like,
or, your own child could see it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're a parent, yeah. God. And the internet is forever. A lot of people don't understand that. The internet is forever.
The thing that kind of pisses me off is it's like you have a woman who does like a porn star career, and good for you. You're a beautiful woman. You made lots of money. Cool. But then they try to act like, oh, I'm an ex-porn star. I'm all classy now. You know, like the whole Rhea Ripley, Mia Khalifa kind of thing.
Oh God.
Gosh, this stream has gotten so but whatever. We're 2 hours in. Nobody's gonna see this. It's like I don't know. Like
we're too far gone.
We're way too far
gone. No point in steering now.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, just something comes off as disingenuous, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it also it's like you chose that. You know what I mean? Nobody forced these women into this. So it was a complete
I mean there is some women who get
that's illegal.
Like that's like with the hub. There is it has a big problem with like trafficked women. Let's be fair here.
Yeah, I'm fully in support of no retribution or whatever for that. But I'm talking about these women who have built their entire career off of being a camstitute, okay, and they showed you every square inch of their body for $5.99 a month. They have no self-respect. They do the most disgusting things possible, and then somehow they seem to think that makes them like somehow like they can just. Oh, well, that's just my day job. I'm different outside my work.
Well,
like, no.
Chris, you know what would be a better use of your $4.99 a month? I'm
Good
sorry
segue.
you gave me the segue.
Yeah, good segue.
So, if you want to be a member of this channel, and I will not be showing any parts of me, this is the most you're going to see. This is the most I'm going to expose myself. That is the most you're going to see. I will not be taking my shirt off.
Thank God for
So,
that.
fuck you. But as part of it, you get custom badges, emojis. It's $4.99 a month. And I also want to give a shout out to my 3 members. Yes, I have 3 members. That is crazy.
Woo!
Jared from Comics League, JB, and Jason Ingram. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. And instead of giving it to some thought, give that $5 to me. It will be money well spent.
Well, you're actually putting effort into something instead of just like, this is how I was born. Check it out, people. Like, yeah.
No, the only people who get to see the full Phoenix is my girlfriend or my girlfriend. the women that I like. If you're my girlfriend and we're getting intimate, then you get the full Phoenix. No one else gets that privilege.
This week on Phoenix After Dark.
Oh God. Also, I just invented a new term, the full Phoenix.
Yeah. Man, we need the Red Shoe Diaries like theme music. Pew, 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 pew.
Bum, 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 bum.
Do, 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 do.
Oh God.
Yeah, get David Duchovny to come in and give you a little.
What's the one show that I'm?
Californication.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
the one where David Duchovny sleeps with half of LA. It's actually not that bad of a show, I'll be honest. How it ran for 5 seasons, I have no clue. But Sharon, are you? It's actually a really weird show because like the entire plot of like the first part of the show is he accidentally sleeps with a minor, but he didn't know it was a minor, And she kind of holds it over his head like it's kind of like a storm cloud for like the first like half of the series or something. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. Yeah, it's really weird. I feel bad now.
Man. Well.
But yeah, let's wrap up here. We've gotten some weird places.
Yeah.
All right, so what we got going on is tomorrow I'll be playing some Control, the video game.
Oh, nice.
It's a pretty good game. I played it once before. Really good, very atmospheric. Sunday we'll be doing an ode to Sega.
Nice.
And then on Monday we'll be doing some Comics Watch with Jared, and we're reviewing Daredevil Born Again in anticipation of the Netflix series. I'm actually really excited for that.
Yeah, they got the OG Netflix cast back.
Yeah, all it took was a writer's strike, and for Kevin Feige to look at the footage and be like, "What the is this?" Can you imagine how bad it must have been for Kevin Feige to like order all those reshoots?
Yeah,
like they did a total 180.
Well, the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general is so off the rails now. They've lost their core audience. Like,
I'm excited for Thunderbolts. That movie looks kind of good.
Yeah, a lot of people I hear are like, yeah, I jumped off at like Endgame or whatever, or like some permutation of that.
Yeah,
but like,
I mean, Endgame is such a perfect stopping point. That's a problem.
Yeah, but it's like all of the heroes that they used to replace the ones that they established just don't measure up. Like, I'm sorry, but as much as Florence Pugh is a great actress, she's no Scarlett Johansson. Like, you had your Black Widow. Like, sorry.
And I'm sorry, like I like Anthony Mackie, but he's not Captain America.
No, he isn't. Why did they degrade Falcon and make him like a white person hand-me-down? Like, just make a Falcon movie, dude.
Yeah. I mean, they've said multiple times the reason they don't create their own new characters is because they don't get the traction. Like doing a black Captain America gets you more traction than doing a Falcon.
Well, that says more about the writers than it does about, or the property holders than it does about.
I mean, definitely.
I liked Falcon,
Yeah.
dude. I don't like
I did.
Black Captain America.
And I even thought like Falcon Winter Soldier was okay.
Yeah, it had its moments. You gotta do better.
Also, I love how they accidentally made U.S. Agent like he was the best character on the show.
Yeah, he was the sympathetic villain because they were pushing this like their hero was a monster. They're like Freckled Jesus there, the flag smashers. They're like, oh yeah, she just misunderstood, dude. She killed people. Like US Agent was well within its rights.
And like I'm sorry, but like yes, I know they frame like him killing that guy as like some evil act, but like
he was a terrorist,
dude. He just killed his best friend. I'm not saying it's right, but it's a lot understandable.
Yeah, no. What that's the thing is, it wasn't just his best friend he killed. He killed other people before that. So this is a serial killer, and this is why. Like, remember our big Batman debate where I'm like, yeah, Batman would solve all these problems if he just killed Joker. Like this is it right here. U.S. Agent solved. This guy will not be a recidivist. He will not kill anybody else. He's now dead.
Yes. Yes. Here is your punishment. I'm going to give you a pill that will make sure that you never commit a crime again. You see this thing? It's called a 1911, and it has the pill in it. I have to put it right against your forehead. Boom.
Yep. Yeah.
I have successfully administered the pill.
Dude, not only that, but Wyatt Russell, man.
Shadow was back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
God, have you seen Monarch: Legacy of Monsters? That show is so good.
Yeah.
And like having Wyatt and Kurt Russell play older versions because they're like father and son, it's so genius.
Dude, why are we not getting another Escape From movie with Wyatt as Kurt Russell's character? Or dude, imagine this. Imagine the continuing adventures of the Pork Chop Express, Big Trouble in Harlem, Big Trouble in, little, I don't know, like insert other cool ethnic group or whatever. That he's
okay, I got the plot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The movie is called Escape into New York. All right. And so Wyatt Russell's character has to break into New York and find this one person and get him out of there. It's Snake Plissken, played by, and it turns out it's his father.
Yeah, there you go. And you could pass the torch, like Kurt Russell had some of the best films of my youth when I was a kid, dude.
Oh, God, have you seen Soldier?
Yes. Yeah. Wait a minute, isn't Soldier... I think Soldier is canonically in the same universe as Terminator.
Blade Runner.
Oh, Blade Runner. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, Blade Runner.
Yeah, basically they put some like little things in there that make it in the universe. There's this like born on the shoulders of Orion or something. But like I love it because it's kind of like like we talk about AI.
Mm-hmm.
Like the movie is basically a middle finger to AI art, essentially. Because you got like these group of soldiers who were like born and raised, in condition to be soldiers, and then you get like the genetically modified ones, and then you just cream them all.
Yep.
Your men are obsolete. Oh gosh, that movie is so good. Oh, and we have a Nix Chan. She said she'd be here, and she has kept her promise. How you doing, Nix Chan? We're just kind of... I keep trying to wrap up, but these guys keep talking about stuff, so... But yeah, I do love Kurt Russell. Honestly, everything he's in, he's just such... The dude's got, like this natural charisma to him.
Yeah, he... Sorry, I was in the other room. Yeah, he was Walt Disney's favorite actor, by the way.
Yeah, I think in the last segment that Walt Disney recorded, he's actually giving a shout out to Kurt Russell.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine being that young, and it only goes up? It only goes up from there.
Yeah,
that's
like Yeah, he's a golden boy of Disney, man, and then he became one of the best adult actors that we've seen in like the 80s, and yeah,
Yeah, Kurt Russell is technically a child star.
yeah,
It is so
Man.
wild.
man. That and he's pretty grounded too. He's pretty down to earth. He doesn't sound like a weirdo. Like he's not like he doesn't have TDS or anything.
Yeah. Like there's
Well,
certain
that's-
there's
he
certain
was back
actors that
during
know when to
the
shut
days
up.
when Hollywood was active.
Oh, what was that?
What's up?
Sharon?
Well, I was just gonna say that part of the reason for that is Kurt Russell was in Hollywood back during the days when child stars weren't as heavily abused. There was abuse and there were some especially bad cases, but it wasn't
It was
as
worse
pervasive.
back then.
Dude, have you heard the story of why
Coogan's Law.
Hollywood is?
They literally had to make a law to prevent parents from stealing money from the kids.
Did you heard the story of why Hollywood is in California, right?
Why?
It was originally in New York.
I thought it was
And-
because of like the weather or whatever.
No, they chase the dude because Hollywood's run by a bunch of monsters, and those people fled to the other side of the other coast. So it from its inception, like when it became Hollywood Land and all that, like it has been like just a pit of despair. Like the more we learn about the history of Hollywood and all of the parasites and all of the PR VRTs that run in those circles,
Like Charlie Chaplin got chased out of the U.S. because he liked the kids.
Yep. Yeah, and there's plenty. How about what's his face there? God, who's the guy that dodged the bullet when Charlie Manson's girls came to his house? Polanski.
Oh, Polanski. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the fact that like all those Hollywood stars in 2002 giving him the standing ovation is
Mhm.
kind of sickening.
How about Woody Allen? He cheats on his wife Mia Farrow with the adopted girl, their daughter Sun Yi. The heart wants what the heart wants, dude. You're a predator.
Yeah,
man. So yeah, Hollywood has been a cesspool from the like. We just haven't.
Like, have you heard the story of
forever.
Errol Flynn?
Mm-hmm.
Errol Flynn literally groomed a girl. And this was back in the 30s.
Jerry Lee Lewis, guy married.
Sounds
his
like I need to
13-year-old
do.
cousin. Dude, it. I wouldn't do it because it would make you as black-pilled and as bitter as I am about our entertainment. But the more you know, the more sickening.
At this point, I'm already might as well go down the Marianas Trench and the knowledge.
Yeah, look up the Coogan Law and look up
Yeah.
all the stuff with that. Also, you know the original Alfalfa got murdered over $50.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
shanked right in the street. Yeah.
Over $50. I think it was like $25, maybe in 1955.
Yeah, it was some small amount of money. Yeah. he got
I was
shanked.
actually one of my childhood nicknames was actually Alfalfa.
Yeesh.
Have you tried watching some of the Little Rascal shorts from the 30s? They are
Oh, yeah.
creepy AF.
Yeah, they are. Considering they're all ghosts you're watching.
Well, there's that, but also I think they're called My Gang or whatever.
Yeah, Spanky and our gang. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really I don't know.
Is that freaky, dude? Like, I was watching. So I bought the Cocoon and Cocoon the Return DVDs because those are really hard to get. So it's get them before they're gone. And I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, this is such a great film. Oh yeah, I'm watching a bunch of ghosts. Everybody in this film is dead.
Oh, that is quite sobering. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Steve Gutenberg's the only one alive that was in there. Oh, and Courtney Cox.
Oh, you want to see something really, really, really creepy?
Sure.
All right, this is from 1895. Like, not only are all of these people dead, but all their children are dead.
And their grandchildren. Or most of them are.
Yeah, this is one of the earliest films. It's just people leaving a factory.
Jeez, have you ever seen the
That-
AI augmented one of these?
No, I haven't.
So they've been using AI to touch up these old films by adding missing frames, and then like sharpening up things. And it's really disturbing how these people what they actually looked like without all of the aging film technology, like distorting it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, I think I found one of them.
Yeah. One thing I noticed is the people are really skinny. Like we really did get poisoned by our diets.
Yeah, like that. Like you know, every so often, this is a 60 FPS. Like this is one of those AI upscale things. That is so weird.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. I was watching, it was like the streets of New York, 1910 or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like it looks like it's legit. Like it was just filmed on an iPhone like last week. And everybody in that shot and everybody, all their kids and their grandkids are dead.
Yeah, it's so weird to like look at like cities from like where you know, for cities that you're familiar with, but look at them like 100 years ago, you know.
Yeah. That'd be really
You
cool.
know what
is
mine
to,
looks like 100 years ago?
what's
Really? Why?
It wasn't here.
Oh,
You live in a new city?
Oh.
Well,
Or if it was literally.
oh, man. Yeah. Also, because we're Americans, our concept of old is a lot newer than Europeans or Asians.
yeah, like people live in apartments in Europe that are older than the United States.
Yeah.
This is Detroit, 1910s.
Oh, wow. Look at
Yeah,
that.
this is well, the thing I realized about Detroit is Detroit was once called the Paris of the West.
Yep, Motor City.
Yeah, like the riots in the 60s really killed Detroit. I mean, it's been on the upswing the past like 20 years or so. But yeah, it was the riots, and we had like a series of bad mayors in the 70s and 80s. But look at that.
Yeah. Well, also look at the ethnic breakdown. There's like one black dude in there.
It's also partly a move to the postmodern to the architecture as well.
Oh, you've heard of Tartaria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's this like theory that like all of our amazing architecture, whatever, belonged to a civilization before us.
So I want to show you this. This is a test of Kodak's Kodachrome film. This is like color film in the 1920s.
Wow. It's the height of the Great Depression.
No, that was the 30s.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the roaring 20s.
Yeah.
Color motion picture.
Like remember when like Kodak was like the height of technology?
Yeah, well, they were the premier film. Like you always wanted to get Kodak cameras and Kodak printers, and now it's nothing.
Yeah.
Well, they were
A buddy that
I mean,
worked
I was always taught it was
near of the consumer.
no, it's just it's being stupid. I'm opening a different oh god, I'm opening a whole different browser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah,
browser,
Kodak
you guys
was
hear?
primo.
Sorry.
No. Say what you're gonna say, Sharon.
Yeah, Kodak was considered the primo of the consumer. If you want the professional stuff,
Oh yeah,
the height of that
Nikon.
of the original mechanical cameras was one that I actually have, the Canon AE1.
Oh, I didn't know Canon was.
Made in
I knew
19.
they had good photography. Oh wow, man, it's a shame because Kodak didn't stay with the technology, and they're kind of like Sears, you know.
Well,
They
yeah,
missed-
yeah,
Yeah.
like Sears had was doing the Amazon thing in
yeah,
the
before
30s.
Amazon. Yeah, and they freaking squandered it.
Take a look at this.
1922.
Yeah, she's dead, by the way.
I think everybody involved in this film is dead.
But also she's really cute.
I wonder how
Well,
old she is in that photo.
Probably pretty young. Also, the thing you got to realize about this early color film is certain colors showed up better. Like that's why you see a lot of red.
Yeah, there's no
Because
blue.
they're using a lot of filters and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
Yeah,
was yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't they use like some silver and like mercury thing or like that's blue right there, but it's coming off as green.
Yeah, I think it was they used a 3-part process. Like they put it through filters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like 3 different films running simultaneously.
Yeah, and then that's also why you see redheaded women, and they're holding roses is because the film really emphasizes the reds. That's why they're doing that.
Mm.
I don't know. I just find it interesting.
Yeah. I don't think I'd have been able to survive back then, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these people are like, oh, I want to go back in time. It's like, dude, you realize how bad it was back then?
I don't want to die from polio.
I don't want to walk around where people don't wear deodorant. You know, I've been to conventions. Man.
Oh, speaking of conventions, have you seen pictures of conventions from the 30s?
Mm-mm.
Fandom goes back a long time, actually.
Oh yeah.
Even caught
Did hit fandom and
no, go ahead.
say the first recorded fandom in modern history actually the shark.
Yeah, they even bullied. I remember they actually bullied him because he actually did a novel where he killed Sherlock Holmes because he was just done with the character, and they actually bullied him to keep going.
Yep.
So all this stuff is not new.
Yeah. Well, it's living it sucks because being 50, I look back at media and I realized I haven't seen anything new in over almost 2 decades. Everything's been a rehash or a remake of something that else. How many King? I remember seeing King Kong back in the 80s, and it's that was a remake already. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got King Kong in 2006, and then King Kong in the 2010s.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just we're in this endless loop, this endless cycle of rehashing.
Even if you want to say that the MCU is new, they're just adapting stories from 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of depressing when you think about it. It's when was the last time you saw a new genre in a video game? Holy crap, you got to use plastic instruments for this?
I think MOBA might have been the last new genre. Maybe even hero shooters. Hero shooters go all the way back to the 90s. Remember the original Team Fortress?
Yep. Yeah, and MOBAs go back to Warcraft 3. So
yeah. Even if you want to say when they solidified. When did League of Legends come out?
2008, I think, or 2009. Yeah. Almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, 2009. October 27, 2009.
Yeah, one of my buddies former coworkers worked on that.
Yeah, so even like that, 2009, that's not even 2010s.
Yeah. I mean the I remember like the very first like last new genre that I can think of was the rock band and Guitar Hero stuff. Because everything else, the Match 3, the Bejeweled, and all that stuff,
The
that is
roguelike literally goes back to the 70s.
yeah, yeah,
Like the rogue genre literally dates back to the 70s. It's one of the
Wow.
original game genres.
yeah. You die and you come back, and yeah,
Metroidvania,
oh
it
yeah,
solidified in the late 90s. Super Metroid, Symphony of the Night. So it's like,
yeah. But I mean, you go back, it's the original Metroid, 1980, like 86 or whatever.
even if you want to say like, oh, the Uncharted style game that Naughty Dog is obsessed with. Uncharted came out like what, 2006, 2007?
Yeah,
Yep.
it came with the PS3. It was a pack-in. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. It just that's part of what this cultural depression is that we don't have anything. There's nothing new where we've like, especially me being a Gen Xer, I literally lived through the Atari 2600, the NES, the Super NES, the Sega Genesis era, the first CD games, the first 3D games like N64 or the hardware rendered ones, the PS2, and then the first online games and stuff. And now it's like, what's new? Like what is this? What's the most like the mobile phone games? No, those suck.
Yeah.
Well, of my whole point with all of my friends is like, oh hey, are you literally the only thing I'm looking forward to this year? Probably Monster Hunter Wilds, which
Oh,
has been around since 2000.
Yeah, like I like that blonde is kind of caught a lot of people's attention.
giggity. She's like the boobs in my my profile.
Oh man,
Yeah.
just want
And
to
like
hunt some more. Some
Yeah. Or
Noni?
what's the orange and blue flying pterodactyl wyvern thing?
Tigrex.
The dragon. Yeah, or Tyrannios or whatever. No, or I can't remember what they're called, but they're all like really hard to remember names. I just remember it's a
Fair
big freaking dragon thing.
All right,
Thinking
but
about the Tigrex.
I think so. Yeah.
all right. So for the third time, I'm gonna try and wrap up. Just when I think I'm out, these two chuckle fucks pull me back in. But thank you everyone for joining us. I really appreciate it. We will see you next week on the Friday Night Frenzy. It'll be pretty darn awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And stay frosty, my friends.